Hey fam, how's it going? Speed Duel Bro here, back at it again with another deck profile. And in today's video, we have the Destiny Heroes, otherwise known as a powerful group of guys. So let's get right to it. For the skill card, we have powerful group of guys. For monster lineup, we have 3 Destiny Hero Fearmonger, 3 Destiny Hero Doomlords, 1 Dogma, 1 Plasma, and 1 Dasher. For spell cards, we have 3 Future Fusion, 1 Polymerization, 3 Book of Moons, and 3 Creature Swaps. And then to round it off, 2 Allure of Darkness. And then for the extra deck, we have 3 Destiny Hero Dangerous and 3 Destiny End Dragoon. Now, before we go over the game plan, fam, let's review the skill card Powerful Group of Guys real quick. It reads, while you control exactly 1 Destiny Hero monster and no other monsters, and your opponent controls more monsters than you, special summon 1 Destiny Hero monster from your hand or deck with a lower level than the monster you control. You can only summon Destiny Hero monsters during the turn you activate this skill. Flip this card over at the end of the turn you activated this skill. Alright fam, so upon first glance or first impressions, this skill card doesn't seem all that great or even appealing to use, right? But when I play tested with this skill card, it turns out that it's pretty decent. And before I show y'all how this skill is meant to be used, I just want to point out 2 things of this skill card that it may seem like a restriction, but really it's not. So I'd like to point out that the sentences where it says, you can only summon Destiny Hero monsters during the turn you activate this skill. So yeah, it may seem like a little restrictive, but in a pure Destiny Hero deck, that's no problem at all because Destiny Heroes is the only thing we're going to be summoning anyways. And then, this is the sentence at the end, flip this card over at the end of the turn you activated this skill. So meaning this skill card is not once per duel. In my opinion, I think that's pretty cool. And then here's the last thing, fam, that I want to point out too. We don't have to give up our battle phase when we activate this skill, and the opponent can still take battle damage. So that's actually really good, right? So anyways, let's get on with the how to win / strategies part, so let's get right to it. Alright, so the requirements for the skill card is that we have to have exactly 1 Destiny Hero monster on our side of the field, and our opponent has to have more monsters than we do. Now fam, I understand why people would be not so interested in using this skill card because essentially in order to activate it, we have to be at a disadvantage, right? And we never want to be at a disadvantage where our opponent has more monsters than we do. But here's the thing, fam. The scenario of the opponent having more monsters than we do, it happens a lot in speed duels. Might I say Spellproof Armor, Jinzo Colossus, and then we've only got 1 monster, or even worse, none. So really, fam, this skill card is meant to help us equalize the field or make a comeback play. So let's make that comeback play right now. Alright, so we activated the skill, and right now we have Fearmonger, who is a level 4. So now we have to special summon from the hand or deck a monster that's lower than level 4. And props to Konami for giving us the flexibility of being able to special summon from the hand or deck. The more flexibility we have, fam, the better. So continuing on with the play, we're gonna bring out in this deck Destiny Hero Doomlord, which reads, once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. Banish that target. You cannot declare an attack the turn you activate this effect. You must control this face-up attack position card to activate and to resolve this effect. The banished monster returns to the opponent's field during your second standby phase after activation. So we had just brought it out, right? Thanks to the skill card. So now we can use Doomlord's effect to banish any monster of our choosing. So let's go with Cyber Dragon. Now granted, fam, we may not be able to attack this turn, but the fact that Doomlord has now wiped off a monster on the opponent's board and yes, I know it's going to come back, but we will have that one turn to attack them and make the most of it. So proceeding with this field, we can either creature swap, and fam, I'm going to show you in the next part of the strategy how creature swap is used in this deck, or we can either, better yet, fusion summon. And so we're going to fusion summon to bring out Dangerous. So as you can see, fam, we now have a boss monster and the opponent just has their measly weaker monster. So I just wanted to showcase that the skill card Powerful Group of Guys, what it does best is that it equalizes the field, or we make a comeback play. And yes, I know that we have Dogma, Plasma, and Dasher, and any one of these three could be on the field when we activate the skill card. But the scenario that I just showcased y'all right now, this is going to be the most likely scenario for this skill card. Okay, fam? Hope you got all of that. Now let's move on to the main strategy of the deck. Alright, fam, so the main strategy of this deck is actually very straightforward and simple. It's gonna revolve around Future Fusion. And can y'all guess which fusion monster I'm gonna bring out? Yes, I know that End Dragoon is the most powerful play that this deck has, but if I'm going first, fam, I'm gonna go with Dangerous. And here's why. Because with Destiny Hero Dangerous, any combination of Destiny Hero monster and a Dark Effect monster, we've got it. So when we're gonna go for Dangerous, I'm gonna be sending Dasher and Doomlord to the graveyard. And the reason why I chose those two is because they are the Destiny Hero monsters that have no restrictions in terms of summoning them. So with that being said, Destiny Hero Fearmonger is now a live card. So let's read Fearmonger real quick. It says, during your standby phase, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed by battle and sent there since your last standby phase, target one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard except Fearmonger. Special summon that target. So fam, as you can see, the words, if this card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed by battle and sent there, you already know that when I saw these words, you could probably guess what's coming to my mind. And yes, we have creature swap. So yep, there you go. So the moment that the graveyard is filled or fueled, Fearmonger is now a very live card with creature swap. So let's say, for example, the opponent just had some strong monster out there for whatever reason. Now we can creature swap Fearmonger, take control of the opponent's monster, and attack Fearmonger. And then come the next standby phase that we have, we can bring out any one of these monsters. Any one that you want. And it's thanks to Fearmonger that we're going to be having field presence most of the time. And then don't forget, we still got that Future Fusion brewing up. So come our turn, next turn, oh, look at that field. We've got quite a field there for the opponent to deal with, right? And so, with Future Fusion being linked to the Fusion monster, fam, this is where Book of Moon comes in. That's its main purpose in this deck, is that if the opponent should destroy our Future Fusion, we can Book of Moon our own monster, thus keeping it safe. And then Future Fusion can go bye-bye, and we still have our monster. But wait, let's back up on this play a little bit, fam. So let's say we still go in first, right? And we just activated Future Fusion, and the opponent summons a really strong monster. They summon their Cyber End Dragon. Well, in that scenario, if we have nothing else, we'll just have to have Doomlord banish their strong monster, and hopefully we can buy enough time to gather our resources and put up a strong field. Or worst case scenario, just Book of Moon. Book of Moon Breaker to protect the Future Fusion too. That's a scenario too. But you get what I'm trying to do here, fam, is that the smaller Destiny Hero monsters will hold down the fort just in time so that we can get to our stronger Destiny Hero monsters. And should the field get out of control, wherein the opponent has more monsters than we do, then that's where the skill card, the Powerful Group of Guys, come in so that we can equalize the field or make a comeback play. So that's the main strategy, fam, of the deck. So I hope you got all of that. I know it's kind of a lot to take in, but the more that you use this deck, you really will see just how powerful these group of guys are. Card analysis. The skill card powerful group of guys. Always remember, fam, that this skill is meant to even the playing field or help us make a comeback play should things get out of hand. Like, for example, the opponent having more monsters than we do. So that's when the powerful group of guys come out. But joking aside, in my humble opinion, this skill card is very wonderful for the Destiny heroes. So yeah. And then we play the 3 Fear Mongers when paired up with Creature Swap. It's an excellent combo. And even a lone Fear Monger is always going to give us field presence, provided we just pull the effect off right. And then we play the 3 Doom Lord. I felt that Doom Lord helps us buy time, helps us get rid of, or not get rid of, helps us remove temporarily any problematic monsters the opponent might have. So it's a good stall card overall. And the fact that we can banish face-up monsters or face-down monsters, it makes it even better. And remember, the fact that we have that one opening to attack the opponent, provided they have no follow-up play, that's pretty cool. And sometimes that one opening is all that we need. And then we have Dogma and Plasma. Now here, fam, I don't really expect to bring out Dogma or Plasma to the field. They're mostly just here for the fusion material for End Dragoon. But hey, if you can bring out Dogma or Plasma in the duel, more props to you. And then we play the 1 copy of Destiny Hero Dasher. Now Dasher is just a solid card to have overall because 1, there's no summoning restriction on it, and then it also makes for a good target for Fear Monger. And the fact that Dasher can boost its own attack and when it's in the graveyard during our draw phase, and if we draw a monster, we can special summon it. So overall, Dasher is a very solid card to have in a Destiny Hero deck. And then we play the 3 Future Fusion, which is the star of the deck. And the reason why I say it's the star of the deck is because of Destiny Hero Dangerous. Because Destiny Hero Dangerous, all he needs really is 1 Destiny Hero and a Dark Monster. So in translation, any combination of Destiny Heroes, Dangerous is coming out. So in turn, that makes Future Fusion such an alive card. A very, very, very alive card. That's why we play 3. And then we play the 3 Book of Moon, which in this deck, its main purpose is to protect our fusion summoned monster that is connected to Future Fusion. Because more often than not, the opponent is going to go for Future Fusion, destroy it. And that's where Book of Moon comes in, wherein we Book of Moon our own fusion summoned monster, thus protecting our fusion monster from Future Fusion, because Future Fusion says whenever it leaves the field, destroy that target. And then we play the 3 Creature Swap. Now this is just personal tech choice at this point, fam. As you know me, I'm a fan of Creature Swap, and it pairs very well with Fearmonger because not only are we gonna get the opponent's monster, but we get an additional monster too on our next standby phase. So Creature Swap, I love it. And then we play the 2 Allure of Darkness. Now deck space is very tight in this deck, so 2 Allure is just right to help us get to our combo pieces sooner rather than later. And anytime that we have a card that can help us deck thin, it adds consistency to the deck's performance. And then the tech of Polymerization. Now fam, I felt like I had to just squeeze this in because there will be times where we draw into Dogma or Plasma, so that just kind of shoots the Future Fusion play up in the air, right? So with Polymerization, it kind of helps neutralize that negative effect of having Plasma or Dogma in our hand. And then for the extra deck, 3 Dragoon, 3 Dangerous, so that's self-explanatory. So where does this deck rank on the power scale? In my humble opinion, this deck is casual. Now the reason why I say it's casual, fam, is because this deck needs some time to set up, specifically 2 of our turns time to set up. And sometimes in the ultra competitive Yu-Gi-Oh scene, 2 turns is one too many turns. But with the help of Doom Lord, Book of Moon, Fearmonger, Creature Swap, and our skill card, I very much foresee in our destiny that we'll be able to pull off our power plays as often as possible. So there you have it, fam. The Destiny Heroes, otherwise known as the powerful group of guys. And with that being said, fam, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit the like button. Helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already subscribed to me, your Speed Duel bro, you're more than welcome to subscribe because two things. One, I always play to win, and I'll show you how to win. And two, if you love speed duels, I'm sure you'll love me too. Your Speed Duel bro. Thank you for watching, fam, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.